Hi cuties! I hope you guys are doing so well. Today I'm going to be unboxing and trying a limited edition gift box that MelodySusie sent me. So this video is not sponsored, but I am an affiliate with MelodySusie, so you can use this discount code to save some shmoney on your orders if you wish. I mean, like, if you're already gonna be shopping with MelodySusie, might as well save some shmoney, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I honestly don't know much about this gift box other than the fact that it is like nature/flower themed, and I'm so excited. So like, let's just go get unboxing this, shall we? Here is the box. Let's do a little unboxing moment. Ooh, lots of bubble wrap. Okay. Ooh, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. The MelodySusie Flowery, I don't know. I'm definitely saying that wrong. Gel nail polish gift box. That is so cute. Oh my goodness. This is literally a work of art. Oh my god. Okay, that's not a good idea. Ooh, if I flip it upside down to get it out, then the gels come off because it's not taped shut. I got it! Oh no. What the heck? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? What was this? Okay, that's strange. Oh, hold up. No. This is supposed to be here. Oh my goodness. I was so confused for a second. Also, I think that might have been my fault when I was trying to take it out. Anyway, I was so confused because I thought that this was supposed to be gel polish that had completely emptied out. And then I was so confused because there's like no trace of it on the box. But actually, it's supposed to be a mini flower vase. That is so cute. It says insert flowers into this vase. Oh, that's so adorable. I love that. I'm definitely going to use this because I love flowers so much. And then we have 4 other gels. So we have a white and a black and like a pink and sort of burgundy color. I will swatch those in a minute, but first I think there's more under here. I feel like this box is like a little puzzle. It's kind of fun. Oh, so cute. I think these are the flowers that go in the vase. That is so cute. Hold up. And we've got nail art brushes. I wonder if these have like cute floral nail art on them. Or like not nail art, but like designs. Or if they're just like regular. Okay, they're just regular brushes, but you know what? That's good. I can always use more nail brushes. I use nail brushes for a lot of things. And then there's also these really cute flower sticker sheets. Okay, but I really want to put these flowers in the little vase. This is so funny. It's literally just a gel polish bottle. Okay, so we've got our vase. And let's open up the flowers. They're like dried flowers. Oh, so cute. They're definitely real dried flowers. Oh my goodness. Because I'm smelling them and they definitely have a plant smell to them for sure. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. That's adorable. It's a little vase. Okay, so that's everything that came in this little flower gift box. I think it's so cute and unique. I literally never would have thought of this idea of putting little dried flowers in a gel polish bottle. Like, how cute is that? I'm definitely going to put that somewhere in my room. I feel like that would also just be like super cute if you're an actual like nail tech to put that as like decoration in your salon. I mean, you could just use regular gel polish bottles that you finish. I just think that's such a good idea and I've never thought of it before. So epic on them for thinking of that because it's so cute, which I probably said 5,000 times. Anyway, I want to swatch these gel polishes before we get into the nails though. So let's do that. I think it's definitely appropriate to swatch them on these little flower jewels, which so many people always ask me where I get these. And if I don't link it in the description box, I will link it when you ask, but usually I do try to link it in the description box. So make sure to check the description box if you are looking for any of the items that I use in my videos, because I really try my best to link everything. The only time that I don't link something is honestly if I forget or if I'm like just too lazy to find it because I feel like it's going to be hard to find. But if you ask me for the link, I will link it. But usually it's linked. So here's the first one, P11. Oh shoot, I was not expecting it to be shimmery. What? Wait, that is so pretty. I was like a low-key kind of sad that it was like just a nude color. I was totally wrong. Hold up. Can you see the shimmer? Can you see the golden shimmer? I absolutely love it. Actually, let me take a little video with my phone so that maybe you can like see the shimmers up close better, because I know you really can't tell very well in this camera, and maybe I'll put the flash on as well. And then we have P29, which this one is really just a true like red color. Definitely no shimmeries in this one, unfortunately. Ooh, but that is like a very juicy red. I like that. Wow, that is one coat and it is good to go. And then we've just got the black and the white. Ooh, this white has got super good coverage. Very nice. So here are all the gels swatched and on their own little swatch card like usual. I'm honestly a bit conflicted about what nail art I want to do with them, because I don't know if I want to do the set like with only these colors, or if I want to do the set that like is more of like a nature appreciation set, which is actually like what this set is. It says, with this exquisite collection, we can celebrate our passion for nature and beauty. Enjoy it. So this is actually so funny, because the last video that I uploaded was like a little mini vlog, and I went on a hike by the lake, and I was literally just like enjoying nature in that whole vlog, and I had so much fun. So I think that I'm going to do a set appreciating nature, and I'm going to use these colors, but they're not going to be the only colors I use. I'm going to incorporate things that weren't in this box, because I feel like if I just did a set with this box, it might be really quick, and then it might not be, I mean, it would probably be really cute. If I did want to just stick to these colors and what came in the box, I would probably do a pink and white set, like croquet set with flower stickers and these bows. I feel like that would be really cute, but that's not what I want to do. We're doing something different. So let's just get into the nails, shall we? So I'm going to be using full cover tips today, and I actually invested myself in some of these Après extra long sculpted almond tips, and I may or may not have got them in like 3 other shapes as well, because I was honestly just kind of tired of looking for full cover tips that were very strong and sculpted. So I gave in and I just invested in some Après ones, and today I want to use these long almonds. I love that. Like, I love that shape. Not a lot of companies make this nice long almond shape. I love it. All right, so I'm just gonna get these all sized out. Was that cool? Was that nice? Anyway, so there they are, all sized out. And I just wanted to show you real quick, like what I was talking about with like the e-nail couture ones when I said that the thumb was like such a larger size than the pinky. See, these ones, it still is obviously a size difference, but I feel like it's not as extreme of a size difference from like the biggest size to the smallest size. And I really just like prefer that. Anyway, now that they're all sized out, I'm gonna give them a quick etchity etch with my acid-free primer. Little scrubby dub. Also, you guys are gonna have to bear with me for this video. I'm not completely sure, I don't know, how well these are going to turn out, because I've been experiencing like some pretty bad pain in my hand. I'm like 80% sure that I have tendinitis in my right hand. It's like, it's been hurting. It makes it low-key hard for me to fall asleep at night, but I think I know why I have it, and I think it's because of the way I use my mouse pad with my nails. It's just like really not good for my tendons. So I'm definitely gonna switch to using a mouse instead of my mouse pad on my laptop. And I also made a doctor's appointment, and hopefully I'll like go to physical therapy or something, or the doctor will help me, because all I know is I'm never gonna stop wearing nails. So if nails are the problem, then I guess I'm gonna live in pain. I'm gonna live in Spain with a silent S, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As usual, I have my rubber base gel on, but as you guys may have noticed, I have a different rubber base gel on, and I love it so much. It is pink and shimmery. It is by this brand and I got it from Amazon, and of course I will link it down below unless I forgot. In that case, harass me in the comments. Anyway, yeah, I love it so much. I'm definitely gonna be using it more often. And so yeah, there's my rubber base gel. So I'm just gonna give this a really quick buff because I wanna make sure there's no oils and such on it. I did like eat, go to the gym, do things since I put this on like a few hours ago. So yeah, just wanna make sure that there's gonna be 100% adhesion rate. You know what I'm saying? And this may or may not be unnecessary, but I think I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of primer as well, because I feel like using the finer side of the buffer to rough up the gel was a mistake, and now it just seems too smooth for me, so we're putting a primer. And now that I have peace of mind that the tips are actually going to stick on and not lift or pop off, I can put the full cover tips on. And I'm gonna use this Beetles nail glue gel in this little squeezy tube because I really like how thick it is. Put that squeezy gel down there and boom. Perfect. Oh my goodness. It's so satisfying. All right, let's get all these bad boys on. Oh my goodness, I actually love these tips so much. They have literally, they've got to be like my favorite full cover tips I've ever used. Oh my goodness, I love this shape. I love long almond. I love extra long almond so much. Do you know how long I have been searching for an extra long almond that looks like this? I've been searching for a very, very, very long time. This rubber base gel is so pretty. I love it so much. Anyway, since I love these so much, before I do any filing, I'm actually gonna go in with my primer and my top coat on the underbellies of these nails, just so that we can keep them extra nice and clean, especially because I'm low-key thinking of doing some jelly tips, or like, you know, like the tips of my nails jelly colors, so I want them to look crystal clear, and the best way to do that is just to prep them and top coat them right away. Okay, I gave that a full minute cure, so now that we have a non-white top coat under there, it should be a lot harder for it to get all super crusty under there. And even if it does get crusty, I can easily just like wash it out without all of the dust and grime sticking under there. The tops do look like a tiny bit white or kind of foggy because I wiped the tops off with alcohol before I cured it because I didn't want there to be any top coat on the top if it might have like, you know, sneaked out or something from the brush. Anyway, last thing we gotta do before we can get into the nail art is just file these up just a tad tiny bit. I just got like the smallest bit of spillage ever, and I just need to clean up those free edges where the tips came off the form, and we should be good to go. Also, recently I've been using like a disposable filter for my dust collector. So if you notice like that blue sheet, kind of looks like a dryer sheet over my dust collector, that's what it is. It's a disposable filter. I started using it because I bought new filters and I just want to kind of keep them clean for a little bit. So yeah, it basically just keeps all the dust from getting sucked straight into the filter. All of the suction still comes through the filter because it's kind of like a dryer sheet, you know, it's like air can come through it, you know? I'm gonna stop explaining. You guys can see what's happening. Finally, it's time for the nail art. Let me explain what I have in mind. So in my last vlog, the Chaotic Memorial Day vlog, if you didn't watch that, I went on a hike around a lake, and while we were there, I found like these little dragonfly egg looking things. I will insert the video clip right here. So there was like dragonfly little eggs and dragonflies all over the place by the lake, and it was so cute. And in the comments of that video, Erin, one of my subscribers, had the most amazing idea Olivia, I will pop in the comment right here so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. She suggested that I could do a set and include the little orby looking dragonfly eggs and do an actual dragonfly as an accent nail. And I thought that that would be literally so perfect for a nature set. And also I feel like the doing bugs on nails is definitely a weird trend that's going on right now, specifically with the ladybugs though. But I think that we can do a dragonfly. I think it's gonna be harder, but I'm gonna try my best, you guys. I'm gonna try my best. All I know is that I want to put little dragonfly eggs on this one and this one, and I want to put a dragonfly on the middle one. So how about we just start with the dragonfly, because I know that it's definitely going to be like the hardest one to do. So for this one, I think I'm going to start by doing an ombre from this pink shimmery color into this jelly blue color. This one, I think that will be super pretty. I just like putting, oh wait, no, I'm doing it on the middle finger. Oh my goodness, I almost did the wrong nail with the dragonfly. So yeah, the middle finger is gonna be the dragonfly nail. So I'm just gonna start by putting some primer on it, because that just makes it look all nice and clean. And we're gonna do just a quick little ombre. It's funny because the shimmery pink matches the new rubber base gel that I used like almost perfect. It would be actually so pretty to just do a full set of this pink. Like that would be such a pretty set, but we're trying to do a nature appreciation today, so we're gonna do more than that. I'm just gonna use my little ombre brush and ombre it down. Damn, those crows are angry. Anyway, I cured that for 30 seconds, so now I'm just gonna go in with the jelly blue on the tip. Ooh, that is actually so pretty. I'm not even gonna lie, I was not expecting it to be that pretty. I love that so much. Okay, so I've just pulled up a few really simple dragonfly references, because there's no way I am doing this off the top of my head. No siree. References are always a good idea. So I'm going to be sculpting the actual dragonfly out of this clear non-stick gel from Born Pretty, and I've got this big tub of it because there's like a lot of uses for it. I use it very often. I think I'll just sculpt it on this little disposable palette because it'll be really easy to peel off. And first things first, whenever sculpting the gel, I always like to put a couple little finger gloves on just in case I need to do any sculpting with my actual fingers. Okay, so I'm gonna start by sculpting out the body, and I'm gonna do this dragonfly pretty big. I want it to take up like almost my whole nail, I think. So it's gonna be an accent piece, you know what I'm saying? So this should be a pretty decent amount for the body. And the body is pretty much made out of 3 parts. There's like the really long back part, then there's the little middle part, and then there's the top part where the wings are attached. So I'm just going to roll this into a little snake about as long as I want the actual dragonfly to be. I think that is perfect. And now I'm gonna cut this into 3 parts. So the back part is the longest, but it's also the skinniest. So I'm gonna cut the back part maybe like 1/3. I think equal parts for each of the parts of the body might be the best plan because each of them are like different in thickness. So there are our 3 little parts. I think I'm actually going to sculpt it like directly on my nail so that it curves to like the curvature of my nail and everything. So let's just start with the back part. I'm just gonna kind of roll it into a thin little snake. Kind of sort of like a cone because the tip needs to be a little thinner than the very back part. Stick that right there. I want it to kind of be going like diagonal across my nail. So there we go. Kind of actually might need to take a little bit off of this. I don't want it to be too long. I want it to fit nicely on my nail. All right, and then for the little middle body part, since that one was a little bit too much, I'm also just gonna like cut this in half. And then I'm gonna roll this part into somewhat of a little cone as well. And put it on there. Sorry if you guys like can't see this very well. I am not an expert at making dragonfly, if you cannot tell. And also this isn't going to stay clear. I'm probably going to end up painting it with some gel polish. So if there's any little like bubbles or little, I don't know, like lint in it or whatever, it's no biggie. And finally, the little circle head right there. I'm pushing in the sides a little bit so I can put little eyes. And then I'm just adding 2 little circles on the side for the eyes. Okay, so there is more or less. So before I actually pop it into cure, I'm going to create little lines on the back part of the body because that's what a dragonfly looks like. It's got these little kind of lines on the back there. So now the body kind of looks like segmented or something, which makes it look a little bit more like an insect, in my opinion. I think that's good. The body proportions might not be perfect, okay? But you know what? We're just going to have a disproportionate dragonfly, and it's fine, okay? Because he's our dragonfly. So I am going to give this a full 60-second cure. Okay, nice and solid. So I think I'm gonna actually like finish like the body before I go in with the wings, because I think I'm gonna make the wings separately and then attach them on so that they can be like 3D, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys know like how insects tend to have like that pearlescent-y kind of shiny look to them? This Aurora powder I feel like would be so perfect over black. Like I feel like that would look so insanely good. I mean, I'm really hoping, because that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna put some of this black gel polish on this palette right here. And I'm gonna use this little liner brush to put the black gel polish just on the entire dragonfly body. All right, I definitely got some black gel polish on parts of the nail where I don't want there to be black gel polish, but that's a super easy fix. I'm just going to take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and my little miniature Q-tip, and I'm just going to clean up around the perimeter of the dragonfly. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna give this a full cure, and then I'm actually just gonna go in really quick with a second coat of the black, and I'll be right back. Okay, cuties, so here it be with 2 coats on. I'm honestly not completely sure how I feel about it yet. I'm really trying to just trust the process with this. Trust the process. So I'm just gonna put a top coat on this so we can start putting powder on, and hopefully the powder makes it a lot better. So I'm gonna cure that for a full 60 seconds. Okay, so hopefully I fully covered the entire thing with top coat because it's really important for the powder to stick on. I'm gonna use this one that has like a bluish, purplish sort of reflection to it. And I'm going to take this little silicone tool and just kind of dip it in there and tap it off. And then just start going ham, putting it over the entire thing. I'm not really worried about getting it on the non-dragonfly parts because I'm gonna go in with like the little Q-tip with some alcohol and wipe it off of any of the spots that I don't want it to be on before top coating it again, and then just clean up around the edges just like I had mentioned. I think it's fine. I think. You know what I'm wondering? Actually, no. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it like this because I think that after I put on the wings, I actually want to put rhinestones on the body and like little rhinestones for the eyes as well, because like, let's be honest, the eyes look pretty bad. So I'm actually just going to put another top coat over this, and I'm just going to use this top coat because I use this top coat whenever I use powders. Oh, it looks so much better with the top coat. Yo, at least I think it does. I almost feel like it needs another layer of powder. So I'm gonna put another layer, but this time I'm gonna use this one that has like this pinky shift in it. And you know what? I think that'll just add a little extra dimension to our dragonfly, okay? He might become a bit bulky because all of the different top coats that I'm gonna be putting on him, but you know what? It'll be fine. Actually, this isn't a him. This is a her because she's gonna have eggs, right? I don't think dragonfly males lay eggs. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't. And then one more top coat. And boom, into the light. Okay, how perfect are these rhinestones for this dragonfly? I feel like they're pretty perfect, to be honest. So this is kind of gonna be a lot of work, but I'm deciding that I want to do the absolute most for this dragonfly. So I'm basically going to cover all of the little body and the head with little rhinestones. So I'm gonna be using this Annie's rhinestone glue from Shein because it's so thick and I love that about it so much. Now I'm just gonna start going in with the rhinestones. Okay, so I put the rhinestones here, but then I actually decided that I think I want to put this little heart charm on the body right there. I feel like that would be so freaking cute, bruh. So we're doing it. We are doing it. I just felt like it would not look amazing if the entire thing was just completely covered in rhinestones, you know what I'm saying? The dragonfly might get lost in the sauce of the rhinestones. Oh, that's so cute because that's so perfect. Yes. It's obviously going to look a lot better when I put the wings. I cannot wait to put the wings. Okay, I think I actually might just leave the head like that, but then just put 2 bigger rhinestones for the eyes on the sides. Oh, I think that's cute. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Okay, finally, let's make the wings. Okay, so we'll need a pretty big piece of this. So sticky. Like, it's not sticky to my hand, but it's sticky to itself, which is annoying when you're trying to get pieces off. I think that should be good enough for 2 wings. I'm actually just gonna try to use a silicone thing to mold it out for the most part because I don't really want to touch it with my hands and put another set of finger gloves on. So we're just gonna roll it into our little snaky. I'm gonna cut it in half. See what I mean about it sticking to itself? It's quite annoying. Okay, cut it in half. And then I'm gonna just try my best to shape it into the shape of the dragonfly wing. I wanna make sure not to make it too long though, because I need it to not like hit my other nails when my fingers are like together, because that really annoys me. That actually might be impossible for me to do though, because I made the dragonfly body so freaking large. Uh-oh. Unless I angle it up. But either way, I'm gonna have to make these wings pretty long, so let's just do this. Okay, so there's 2 kind of sort of even looking dragonfly wing things. So I'm actually just going to leave them on here and stick them into my UV lamp for about 30 seconds. Actually, we'll go for a full minute. Lol, I realized I should probably bring you guys in a little bit closer. So here we are, all nice and close up. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm going to paint them with a layer of black each. I want these to be a little bit more see-through than like the body itself. So I'm only gonna do 1 coat of black. And then a quick top coat just so that we can put the powder on. And I'm actually going to try to wipe most of it off of the palette so that it doesn't get super stuck, or not necessarily stuck, but just so that I don't have to file off a bunch of spillage after. I'm going to give that a full cure. So just a lot of curing time. And then once that's fully cured, I'm going to just rub on some of the powder. And I think I'm actually gonna do 1 wing, the blue reflect, and then the other wing, the more purpley pink reflect. And then another top coat to seal in that powder. And then I just wanna put 1 more layer of gel. Well, actually that's not true because I'm gonna have to put a last top coat, but I have this super sparkly gel and I want to put a layer of this on both of these wings because I feel like it'll just make them look a little bit more magical. And now to make them look like actual wings, I'm gonna paint all those little lines on there that make them look like wings. Okay, and then the last step is to put one last top coat on these wings before we can give them their final cure and take them off of the palette. Okay, let's take them off. Yo! So I definitely have to cut off all the little excess around the side, but it should go right there. And it looks way too big, low-key. What have I gotten myself into? Oh my goodness. It's gonna go like that. Like stick up like this. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. This might have been a very bad idea. No, you know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You guys, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna go make 2 more wings, like exactly the same, but I'm definitely going to make them a bit thinner. And then I'll be back for us to finally attach them, like 3 hours after I actually started making the dragonfly. Holy goodness, bro. That literally took forever, and I don't know what I was thinking because these wings look huge, but I think they're gonna look really cool. I think they're gonna look so cute. Oh my goodness, look at that. I can't wait to put them on. Okay, they look so shiny, so beautiful, so let's just do this. Before I do that though, I wanna make sure there's no crusties that I have accumulated on here because there definitely is. So I'm gonna give it a real nice spray with some isopropyl alcohol and get my scrubby brush and also give it a scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub all the crusties. Crusties be gone. Okay, now that all the crusties are hopefully gone, we can put on the wings. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna use some of the solid gel to put these on. I just think it's gonna make it way easier. Not too much though, just a little bit. I don't want to make it too much bigger than it already is, like the actual charm itself. No! Ah, that's so annoying. I ran out of like lint-free wipes and I started using these like little cotton ones and they leave behind so much freaking lint, and there was lint all over my dragonfly. So I was pulling it off and then it pulled off like a couple of the rhinestones. So now I need to put those back real quick. I will definitely be putting top coat over the entirety of all the rhinestones as well to make sure that doesn't happen. So where was I? I'm gonna put some solid glue gel over here. It's not wanting to stick. It's not wanting to stick. And we solve that with primer. Primer is always the solution, or at least in most cases it is. Primer. Prime it up. And now this should stick much easier. Okay, so hopefully you can see where I put the solid gel, like right here. I put it like directly next to the dragonfly on my nail. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my wing and I'm gonna stick it in there, hopefully. Like that. But I'm feeling like it doesn't really want to stay. I think that in addition to this gel, I'm gonna put the rhinestone gel on top of it as well, because these are some pretty heavy wings. Some pretty heavy, hefty wings. We're gonna need to reinforce them a bit, if you know what I'm saying. And I want to kind of angle the wings up a little bit as well so that they don't bug me too much. Sort of like that, but it's not wanting to stay. Like exactly like that. So I think I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it in like that, and then right away I'm gonna flash cure it, and then I'm gonna like reinforce it afterwards. I just wanna get it stuck in the way I want it to be. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna stick it under there. Epic. And now I think I'm just gonna use this gel. I think the holding it and then sticking it under my gooseneck lamp is a much better method. I'm just gonna put a little bit more there. Put the little wing right there, like that, and then stick it under. This definitely needs to be reinforced with more gel, but for now I'm gonna stick it in for 30 seconds in my big light just so that it doesn't move too much before I knock it and mess it up like I just almost did. Okay, that's actually looking so good. Wait, I told you trust the process and the process shall not fail you. So let me just put the wings on the other side. Oh my goodness, bro. That is actually crazy how good that turned out. I definitely could sit here and nitpick about the things that I don't like about it, but you know what? I think that it's a win. So let me just finish it up by reinforcing the wings a bit with like a lot of rhinestone glue gel around them and where they connect, including underneath them. You guys, I found more. I found more lint-free nail wipes. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I gave that a full cure, and before I give it a final top coat, I'm gonna give it another spray and another scrub, and I'm actually just gonna let it air dry. Let's put the top coat on. I feel like I should be finishing the whole set right now, like top coating the entire set, but in reality, I'm top coating one nail. Like, I'm finished with one nail. I hope that you guys have snacks because it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long one. Y'all are probably gonna have to like watch this video in like 3 different sittings because how long it is. Ah. Don't give up on me, guys. Don't give up on me. I can't believe I actually did it, but my giant hand sculpted dragonfly is complete. And it's not even like bothering me too much when I put my fingers together because I made sure that the wings are like pointing upwards a little bit, because what I hate is when I try to go to put my hands together like this to like take a picture of my nails and then the charms from my nails are like hitting each other, but that doesn't even happen. Look at how amazingly gorgeous this is. Anyway, my stomach is literally rumbling. I am so freaking hungry. It is 10 p.m. at night. This took me literally like 5 hours to do. It's embarrassing. I know. I'm gonna go get food and I'll be back to finish these nails. Hopefully quickly, maybe not quickly, I don't know. I hope you guys like long videos because this is gonna be a long one. I thought it was gonna be a short one, but no. My videos can never be short. Anyway, I'll be right back with food in my belly. So it's actually the next morning because I decided instead of staying up until 5 a.m. finishing these that I should probably just get some sleep. And now I have my coffee and we're ready to finish these bad boys. Also, it's been like obviously like a night since I did this dragonfly. I've brushed my teeth, got ready for bed, I've made multiple coffees, I've done things on my laptop, and this dragonfly has honestly not been getting in the way too much. The only time I actually experienced it getting in the way was when I was trying to braid my hair because my fingers kept knocking into it, which was kind of annoying. But otherwise, if I'm typing or if I'm doing other things, like it doesn't get in the way, which is really nice. Anyway, let's just finish these nails so that this video isn't 3 hours long. So the next thing that I want to do is create the little dragonfly eggs. So I'm just gonna pop up a picture of what the dragonfly eggs look like. And someone actually commented on that video saying that they're actually snail eggs. So I went ahead and I Googled it. And I think I found that they are dragonfly eggs, but the snail eggs look very similar. I'm just gonna go assuming they're dragonfly eggs, and I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna do dragonfly eggs up here, and I'm gonna do some down here. That way, when I put my hand like this, there's gonna be some here and there. I think that will be perfect. So I'm gonna work on them at the same time. I'm gonna just start by putting some primer on both of them. I don't know how there's white marks underneath this nail because I top coated them, so that's a little weird. I might just have to like re-top coat the underside of this one. So since the dragonfly eggs are usually on the plants, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make the nail half blue and like half green. So I'm just gonna like make the nail green wherever I'm going to put the dragonfly eggs. I think what I'm gonna do is for the green, I'm going to dilute this super bright apple green color from Blue Sky with some top coat. That way it's not like so bright. So what I'm gonna do now is just like put, I don't really know how to explain it, like green on just like part of the nail, just where I want the dragonfly eggs to be. I'm kind of trying to make it look like one of like those, I don't know what you call those big green plant things. Just one of those like green leaves above the water or something, because I'm going to be doing the other side of the nail blue. And then for the blue side, which is basically just going to be the rest of these nails, I'm going to use this Loving Nature color by Blue Sky because how perfect. So I'm just going to do one layer of that. You know what would be absolutely freaking perfect is if I put that same blue glitter that I put on the wings on the blue parts. Because literally, remember when I got it in my Shein haul video? If you guys saw that video, I opened it and I was like, that looks like a mystical fairy pond. Well, now we're gonna have a mystical fairy pond on our fingers. Yep, that's what's happening. And then actually, I think before I do the dragonfly eggs, I want to put one more layer of the green just to make it a little bit more opaque. Okay, so it's time to actually do the dragonfly eggs, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know why. I'm scared. So the dragonfly eggs that I found, like they were really clumped together on the leaf, and I don't know if I want to do like a big clump of dragonfly eggs. Also, this dragonfly is like a magical dragonfly, so I don't know what I want to do. I almost want to try to sculpt tiny little pink hearts, like tiny little ones, but I don't know if that would look good. Oh, this is so hard because I don't know if it would really look like dragonfly eggs, but then again, like they're my nails. Like they can be whatever I want them to be. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I just feel like making a mound of little pink Orbeez on my nails wouldn't necessarily like come across very well, but if I made it like cute and like magical because there's little pink Orbeez on my nails, but like only a couple of them, I feel like that would be cute, hopefully. Well, we're gonna find out. I don't know if this is a bad idea, but I'm going to make the solid nail glue gel pink by adding in a little bit of this Love River color and the pink sparkly color to my solid nail glue gel and like mixing it in. I actually feel like I'm probably going to need to wear gloves to do this. Okay, so I think that pink is actually the most perfect color for the dragonfly eggs. But the problem is it's like super, super sticky now that I added a bunch of gel to it. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to take it off this glove. Oh, maybe I should have actually. You know what? No, it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna leave it on this glove. Yeah. You know what? We're doing the best we can here, okay? We're doing the best we can. Ah, that flew. I don't know why I feel more scared to do these eggs than I did to do the dragonfly. I'm just gonna make like a couple little balls from this big ball. Okay, I feel like these might be a little too big, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna start by sculpting a little heart on this pointer finger on the green. I mean, like, these might not even end up looking like dragonfly eggs, but you know what? It's a thought that counts. It's fine. So I actually ended up mixing up like that same concoction of like the red, the pink, and the really light shimmery pink on my palette, and then putting a layer of it over the hearts because the hearts like just weren't as pink as I wanted them to be. So I think they look better now, but I still feel like there's like not enough pink, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I guess I could leave it like this, but I feel like I want to do a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. So what I'm actually going to do is I have a bunch of this pink left on my palette. I'm going to mix it with some of this super thick rhinestone glue gel. And then I'm going to make like little tiny orbs, like little tiny water drop looking things around the hearts, really small ones. And then hopefully that will kind of look like more dragonfly eggs. And we'll just kind of like pull the whole thing together more. Okay, I'm not sure if those look like little eggs or just a bunch of little pimples, but you know what? They're supposed to be eggs and I'm going with it. So let's just give these 2 nails a top coat and be done with them. Oh, I almost forgot. Before I put the top coat, I do want to clean them off. So I'm just going to spray them with some isopropyl alcohol and brush them off a bit just to make sure there's no lint. In my future videos, I don't know if I'll do this on camera every single time, but just know that this is probably what I'm going to be doing before I top coat my nails, especially when there's a lot of like little 3D aspects to it. All right, let's top coat these bad boys. OMG. Another 2 nails down, 2 more to go. Holy goodness, you guys, let's just finish these nails off. Oh my goodness, I feel like I have been working on these nails for an eternity at this point. So I'm just gonna do something really simple for the pinky and the thumb. I'm just going to start with the jelly blue that I used on the Dragonfly nail. And then after I do that, I'm just gonna go in with more of that glittery blue gel that I've been using. And then possibly go in with some charms or just some like simple rhinestone designs. I'm like really excited about this set because of how much work I put into it, and I think it's turning out really good. But for some reason, I don't know why, like in my head, whenever I do sets like this where I like push myself to go above and beyond, I start getting like stressed out that like I need to outdo myself in every single video that I do. And like if I do like a simple design in my next video, it's not going to be enough because people are going to be expecting me to do like a Mona Lisa on a nail or like sculpt an entire entity on my nail again or something. But I just need to realize and tell myself that it's not true and that I just need to do what I feel inspired to do in the moment. And if that is just simple gel polish with stickers, that is okay. And if somebody is disappointed in me for doing that, you know what? That's okay too. I just have to accept the fact that it's okay to not outdo myself in every single video. I'm literally so dumb. I was like sitting here thinking how crusty this brush is that I've been using for like a really long time now. And then I realized that literally the gift box came with a whole new set of brushes that I could have been using this entire time. Well, that's fine. I'll just switch those brushes out for like this brush when I'm finished so that doesn't happen again. Hold up, I just have to chug some of my Monster before I can say this outro because that was a lot. I literally can't even believe that these nails are done and that they turned out so freaking amazingly stunning. Oh my goodness. The dragonfly and the little dragonfly eggs definitely didn't turn out exactly how I had in mind, but let me tell you, they turned out better. Okay, they turned out freaking better. That is so pretty and magical. I am obsessed with these little clusters of gems on my pinky and my thumb. I'm definitely gonna have to do this more often. It's so fun. Oh my goodness. Now I might just have to go on like AliExpress and buy like a shite ton of these big gems because I want more of them. Also, Erin, thank you so much for the idea of doing like the dragonfly and the dragonfly eggs. It was such a unique idea, and doing this made me realize that I need to do another subscribers draw my nails type video soon, like real soon. My summer break starts in like 2 weeks, and I think that right when I get on summer break, I'm gonna celebrate by doing a subscribers draw my nails because y'all are so creative. I can imagine that you guys have so many amazing ideas. Okay, also, I just need to put on some like hand solve Burt's Bees like cuticle oil stuff. I love this stuff so much. It's so nice. But yeah, I definitely want to do a subscribers draw my nails soon. So the suggestion that Erin made on my last video just happened to be so perfect for this video because this gift box was like a nature appreciation box and it just worked out so freaking perfectly. But I will do a subscribers draw my nails soon so that you all have an opportunity to let me know your amazing ideas and so that I can turn them into a reality. This MelodySusie gift box was also so cute and it gave me a chance to try out their gels, which I really did enjoy. I will also be using the brushes in my other videos since I completely forgot about them in this video and they left my brain. They would have really come in handy. Yeah, but anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, definitely give it a like. It helps me out a lot. You guys, I really appreciate you for liking and being here and just being awesome and being you. I love you. I hope that you are having the most amazing day, night, week, life. Sleep well if you are going to sleep, cutie. I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.